Hey folks, welcome to today's video. It's been a while, YouTube. I took a little break from YouTube, I guess kind of a substantial break. I got tired of doing YouTube. It's a lot of work, a lot of filming, and I just wanted to take a break. It was kind of turning into work. But recently, a couple weekends ago, I went to a small gathering. And basically the gathering was to upload other folks in kind of the bushcraft survival type industry, working together, supporting one another, the business owners having integrity, things like that. There were some social media influencers there, whatever. It reinvigorated me being around these like-minded people that are good folks. That it was just a great time for me. Some of you remember the Bearded Burton. He hasn't been on YouTube for a while either, but he gave a class at this gathering on a particular product from Wazoo Survival Gear. I'll put a link in the description of the video. What was the product? It was a wire saw. I know, a wire saw. What could be more gimmicky? What could be more crappy than a wire saw? Remember them Rambo knives? You stuffed all that stuff in the handle and you went to go pull it out and the wire saw broke in about 2 seconds. Well, Wazoo Survival Gear, there's two guys basically that own it. One of them is a little bit more of a hands-on kind of guy, and the other guy is a former engineer from NASA. What their claim to fame is, they make all of their products to the highest standards that they can find. If they put in their kit a piece of cordage, it's going to be a special piece of cordage that's hard to get, similar to like a Kevlar line, high temperature resistant. It's not just bank line, okay? Same thing with the wire saw. Well, anyway, being at this gathering around all these like-minded people really got my creative juices flowing, okay? So I saw the wire saw and I said, okay, it's a wire saw. What else could I do with it? Well, I was able to use it for cordage for a bow drill fire. You can see my hand is in a splint. Quite a few years ago, I had surgery on my right hand. Well, I had to have surgery on my left hand, so I'm back to basically one-handed. I tried doing the bow drill for about 6 hours by myself, realized I'm getting a little older, and to knock that crap off, so I waited for my son to come up, and we did a team bow drill. I just wanted to show you real quick the way I made this string. And once again, guys, this isn't all just about the wire saw. I think the wire saw is fantastic. I think it's a great, it's great quality. But more for me, it was about reconnecting, getting back to my roots, and getting back to seeing something, but using it for a different purpose, okay? So anyway, this wire saw is the one that I used. It's got this little loop on the end, okay, that you could put a toggle through, or maybe a key ring thing and put your fingers through. Anyway, if you just make a slit, and I don't have my glasses on, but anyway, if you just make a cut, and all I did with this was just move the saw back and forth, just make a cut, and that'll wedge in there. That little loop will wedge in there. Now I did the same thing on this end, and I'll see if I can't get this duct tape off one-handed. All right, I finally got the duct tape off one-handed. But anyway, I just did the same thing here. Just made a little notch in the end of it with this saw. And I see I already have it twisted, but I can just pull that out, reinstall it. Just like that. So the reason I put the duct tape on it was I cut this bow just a whisker too short. And I needed literally about a 1/16 of an inch more tension on this bow for the spindle. So I just pulled it through the slot like that, folded it over, and put a little duct tape on it. If I had use of both hands, I don't think that'd be necessary, because I was able to, a couple times when the cordage started to slip, I was able just to put pressure on the saw back here to tighten the tension, and it worked just fine. This is the spindle I used. So as I was practicing this, like I wasn't supposed to by myself, I realized that you don't need this cordage quite as tight as you do regular cordage, okay? This wire saw, you don't need it quite as tight because it's a saw and it's got grippy teeth on it, okay? It's not gonna stretch either, right? So that's almost as easy as it is to load the bow. Like I said, I needed about a 1/16 of an inch more tension on it, but that's it. And also, the way that you actually see this wrap, that's the way natural cordage is done, okay? I've said this before, natural cordage can have a high tensile strength, but it does not have a high abrasion resistance. This saw is not gonna be able to abrade against itself and last for any length of time. So you have to slide the cordage up and down the spindle. So it's more of a, whenever we teach bow drill, we always say, go straight with the bow, keep it perfectly straight, unless you're using natural cordage. Then you have to keep the wraps not quite as separated as this, but separated and glide that string up and down the spindle. You'll see in the video later. So anyway, like I said, first video back in a long time. Wire saw got my creative juices flowing. Decided to do a little bow drill fire with it. I'll just show you real quick. Wazoo did send me an adventure kit once they saw me do the bow drill fire with the saw. This is an adventure kit. They have cachet belts that have pockets that you can do little hidey things in, and then also a baseball cap that has little pockets up in the top you can hide things in. This, I haven't opened this yet, but this right here is how the saw comes packed. It's in a sealable type tube, okay? This is that special cordage I was talking about. I think I'm gonna go through this kit and see what other uses I can find other than the designed use for these items. Like I said, it's not all about the wire saw. It's about me being back on YouTube and just getting back into this whole thing again. And like I said, getting the creative juices flowing. I'm gonna show you in the video the successful attempt that me and my son did, and then also a little bit of the messing around when I was trying to bench test on this bench here, this theory. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy the video. More pressure right there. More pressure. More pressure. Let go.
Do you have a pole?
I think so.
All right.
Not a very big one.
All right, I'm gonna take this off.
Using a wire saw, shark cordage to make a bow drill fire. We'll let this coal ember up. Hit the red button. just right there. Yep. Not super tight. Just tight enough to where you get that guitar string. All right. Now I need, don't let go. Okay, now let go. Now put the bearing block on top. There, now you got the spindle.
Got it.
And don't push down too hard yet.
Yep.
Now we need to saw the bow back and forth, not in a straight line, but we have to go at an angle, and you have to find that angle to make sure the cordage doesn't rub on itself. More pressure. More, right there. More pressure. Keep that up for a minute. Slipping a little bit. I'll just grab a hold of it a little tighter with my hand. Let's keep that pressure up right there. Almost there. Okay. Leave it there. Okay, back up. Back up. Take your foot off. There we go. I think we got a coal. Small little baby coal. It's still a coal. Put all this dust that we worked for.